guys, welcome back to another reaction. And this time we're going to get into Liv's life. Liv's life needs you guys' help. She's trying to raise money for a lawyer. So she's putting up another GoFundMe. Another GoFundMe, guys. Guys, we all remember what happened with the last GoFundMe? Nothing. Absolutely, positively, not a thing. So let's go ahead and jump right into the reaction. Guys, please hit the thumbs up on your way in. Okay. Okay, let's jump right into it.
And I am coming here today to tell you guys a little bit about my story and to ask anyone out there, out of the kindness of your heart, if there's anything you can do to help me, I will be forever grateful. So I have been going through a nasty custody battle for my 3 children for about 5 years now, going on 6 years. And my ex-husband, their father, has been trying and actively alienating me out of their life. And it has been so messy, so crazy. You guys wouldn't even believe, okay? So many people tell me my life should be a Lifetime movie at this point. But I recently got called back into court because he's trying to send me to jail for not paying him child support. He knows that I cannot afford the child support. Okay, let me back up. Let me give you the short story, okay? We got a divorce. I was a dummy. I didn't run and put him on child support. So he ended up getting with, which now is his wife, but she was a side chick at the time. He was cheating on me with her. We were married. And anyway, they were planning the great plan to take my children away from me. And since I was
That was not a great plan. Liv, remember when you had the kids and we were watching you on Instagram Live? Okay. You were on live. You were keeping Gerard away from his kids. You would not let Gerard talk to his kids. You used the kids as pawns because you wanted to punish that man from spending time with his kids because he cheated on you with Nisha. That is what happened. Liv moved to Liv moved to Texas. Yo, I'm sorry. Liv was in Florida. Gerard moved to Texas with Nisha. Once you found out that he was with this girl and he was going back to Texas and he wasn't coming back, that's when the shit show began. Okay, for sure. Guys, she would not let him speak to his kids. And as far as the child support thing goes, Liv demanded that he pay $1,000. Gerard tried to work it out with Liv. Now get this through your skulls. Nobody ever said Gerard was perfect. Nobody ever said that Gerard gets the Man of the Year award. But what we do know, and we do remember, because I had all the receipts on this channel. I don't have the receipts anymore. I've taken that content down. But I have the receipts, and you guys were there. Gerard offered $700 a month for 3 kids. Liv would not agree. Liv is a narcissist. Understand that there is no compromising with narcissists. They pretend like they're going to cooperate. They pretend like something's going on. But in the end, the goal is just to make the other person look crazy when they are actually the crazy ones. She has been on a 5-year smear campaign. Going into 2026, we're going on 6 years of her dragging Gerard and Nisha's name through the mud. Even though I can see why somebody would be upset that this happened to them, what I don't understand is why you wouldn't get help, because obviously you're not mentally capable of healing. You're not mentally stable. We just saw that when she was driving and looks like she was under the influence of a perk 30 and going to sleep. The girl is on something. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, I think it's between perk 30s and that Snow White. All right. I think it's a dibble and a dabble into both of them. And honestly, the 2 kids she has in her custody are not safe from mental, I don't know if I want to say abuse. I want to say mental. They're going to be struggling mentally. Let's just put it that way. And they're going to be neglected because they're being ignored because she's doing 4, 5, 6 lives a day, drinking wine, popping pills, allegedly. All right. And allegedly on that Snow White. Something is wrong with this chick. Anyway, Gerard said he would pay her $700 a month, and she said that wasn't good enough, and she demanded $1,000, but she never went to the courts with it. All right, and then when they did put a custody agreement in place, for those of you that may not know, Liv broke the custody agreement. I'm going to say at least 4 or 5 times. She does not respect authority. She cannot comply with rules of any kind. And so her saying that she may go to jail, okay, no one cares. You should have followed the rules. You've been on a hamster wheel for 5 years, going on 6. This has been going on since 2020. Enough is enough. And now she has this new load of subscribers, this new load of Unloyalty Gang, and they believe what she's saying, and it's lies. Okay? All right, let's continue.
Single mother of 3 children at the time. I did not run to put them on child support or establish custody at the time. I didn't know how serious that was. And he did it before I could do it. And he lied on me in court. He admitted to the judge he bought me drugs in order to say I was on drugs. I was never on drugs. He said the worst of the worst. And I didn't have a lawyer to represent me. Ladies, understand this. If you marry a man in the US, okay, he has equal rights to your children, okay? So if you go through a divorce, I know most women know this, but my dumb self was too slow to understand this at the time. But have a divorce attorney handy, okay, ready, because something like this could happen. He got a lawyer. First of all, he took my tax money that year. I'm never going to forget that, because he illegally took my tax money, because my children always lived with me their whole life, okay? He took the tax money, he got the lawyer, and he took my children away from me. He lied in court, and I didn't have anyone representing me.
Okay, whose fault was that? On the last GoFundMe that I just put up, guys, she had a GoFundMe. I know some people were not there. All right, she had a GoFundMe. It didn't work out. It didn't work out, guys. Let's hold on 1 second. I'm going to take her down for just a second. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the reaction. Please hit the thumbs up if you're out there in the bushes. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, guys? We are here talking about Liv's life, and you already know the shenanigans that are going on out here. All right? Let's get this video in the algorithm, guys.
Okay, y'all, for real, I'm gonna get the credit. They took my kids. Girl, yeah, some kids was bad as fuck anyway. Fuck some kids.
She wants niggas around her kids. Obviously, that's what she does. I don't move like that. Is that like shocking to people that I don't want a man around me? I don't want one. They all get on my nerves. They're backstabbers, liars, and cheaters, all of them. And I don't want one.
A lie detector determined that was a lie.
I don't care if you think I'm a hoe. I don't give a fuck. a bunch of bad bitches that y'all could probably see on social media.
Yeah.
That's gonna have it together and they gonna look right or whatever, but they really be dirty as shit.
I'm still gonna go on trips. I'm still going to fuck. I'm still going to suck. I'm still gonna have a good time. I'm still gonna date.
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama.
If you a mama and you ain't got your baby, then you not the mama. Okay, let's get back to it. You ain't got your baby, Liv. Liv is out here telling lies. She's messing with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that shows up. Who is this? Is this baby daddy number 4, Liv? Who was this text message from? Remember, you're a stand-on business queen. You're hustling backwards. You said Ming was hustling backwards, but it's you. You're the one that's hustling backwards. Look at old Grinch mofo down in that corner. All right, let's go.
And the judge gave him my kids. And since that time, it has been a battle to just be in their life and be a mother to them. Recently, as of this year, I was so desperate to be more in my kid's life we share custody right now. We have shared guardianship, but he has primary, which means they live with him and his now wife, which was the side chick. And it's just a horrible situation. But ladies, just of this year, I ended back sleeping with him because I was so desperate to be in my kid's life more. And I thought that if I got on his good side or whatever, he would allow me to. Anyway,
Liv, you do not share custody with Gerard, okay? Let me just read this real quick, guys. In Texas, primary custody refers to having the right to determine the child's primary residence, which is what she says Gerard has, okay? Typically a joint managing conservatorship arrangement where one parent is named the primary conservator. The primary conservator spends more time with the child and receives child support from the other parent, who pays for health insurance and has a defined possession schedule. Courts determine custody based on the child's best interests, considering factors like their needs, age, preferences, and the parent's ability to provide a stable home. Liv is not mentally nor financially stable, so even if those kids wanted to go back with her, which I don't believe they do, Ryan doesn't even remember you, Liv. Ryan left when she was 3 years old, so she only remembers the parenting from coming from Gerard and Nisha, her real mother, okay? Primary residence, guys, we're just getting into what primary custody means in Texas. Primary residence. The parent designed as the primary conservator has the right to decide where the children live. I will repeat. The parent designed as the primary conservator has the right to decide where the children live. That is not you, Olivia. Okay? Child support. The non-primary parent typically pays the child support to the primary parent. Another thing that she is not doing. The girl refuses to get a job. She lies and says that she doesn't get paid on YouTube, which we know that is a complete lie. Okay, we see the super chats coming through, Liv. You do get paid from YouTube. Okay, we're not even going to entertain that BS. All right, so it says as far as health insurance, the non-primary parent usually covers the cost of health insurance for the kids. Liv can't do that because the bitch is broke. Okay, broke bitch can't do shit. Joint. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I'm sorry, I'm skipping. Possession schedule. The primary parent's possession schedule includes the children the majority of the time, with a standard possession schedule for the non-primary parent. That's what we saw with the crash out from yesterday, guys. All right, joint managing conservatorship. Texas law presumes that parents are joint managing conservators, sharing legal decision-making rights, even if their physical custody arrangements differ. How a parent becomes the primary conservator. Liv, are you listening? Hit the like, dummy. Child's best interest. The court's primary consideration is what is in the children's best interest. These are the factors considered. The children's emotional and physical needs. She does not comb their hair. All right. She does not provide decent clothing. She goes to the thrift shop. Okay, although they are clothed, she spends the money on herself at TikTok shop. She buys herself wigs and makeup and all kinds of pimple patches from TikTok shop, but won't even buy her kids brand new clothes. All right, another factor, the stability of each parent's home environment, meaning they're not popping perk 30s. They're not doing Snow White, allegedly. Each parent's ability to provide for the child, we know she's completely failed in that area. Okay. Each parent's ability to provide, Liv does not have the mental or financial ability to provide, and the child's age and preferences. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Honey, it's a huge mess. And mind you, he was giving me money while I was sleeping with him. We had like a 5-month affair. I didn't know he was married. He kept that from me. He said he wasn't married. I knew he was with the woman, but baby, I don't care. I didn't care because I had one goal in mind, to get my kids back. Okay. And his goal was obviously what it was, but I didn't care about her because, mind you, she didn't care about me. Okay. And I'm definitely a girl's girl, and I don't do that to women. But in this situation, I didn't care because, once again, she was sleeping with him when he was my husband. So anyway, enough of that. My whole point is, him and I had an affair with him, a 5-month affair. During this affair, this man was giving me money. Okay, because he knew that I didn't have money. You know, I'm a single mom.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money.
I have help, and I have help from who I have help from, but he knows that I'm not in a place to pay him child support, and he uses this child support over my head the way he's doing now, and now he's trying to revoke it and put me in jail because I have not paid him child support. Mind you, during our 5-month affair, I was begging him just to give me 1 week on, 1 week off, because I want to do more for my kids. But you have to understand, I have a man now as well, and my man supports me and my 2 children that live with me. So if my other children were here, then he would do the same. But I cannot ask this man to pay my child support. It doesn't work that way. But the father of my 3 kids, he could easily give me shared, living, and I would be doing just as much for my kids, but he doesn't.
Liv, shut up. You're lying. In Texas, a non-primary, non-custodial parent is illegally, not based on your feelings, not based on the fact that he cheated, you are legally obligated to pay child support. Okay? The amount of child support is determined by state guidelines and can be enforced through the Texas Child Support Division of the Attorney General's Office. Your legal obligation. Texas law requires both parents, not the parent who got money from a guy she was cheating with. The judge is not going to care about your bullshit story about you going back to Gerard. If you and Gerard are stupid enough to go back with each other after all this, that is on you two. The judge does not give a damn, okay? Texas law requires both parents to financially support their children. The non-primary parent has a legal duty to pay child support. A court order establishes the specific amount of the child support, medical support, dental, whatever, that you must pay monthly. Okay? You're not paying it. For 3 children, She's supposed to be providing 30% of her net income, guys, and she's not doing it. You're unfit. If this was a man, y'all would be on his top. The same way we talk about Chris not paying child support, Zolo needs to be paying child support. If you haven't had a paternity test, I don't know what you're waiting for, because you're back paying child support if she needs it. Or if something happens to AJ, I don't know if Stella's going to be able to pick up the slack. If that's your son, you need to take the legal action to, possibly be ready in case she goes to jail. It's very likely that she may go to jail. Okay? All right, let's continue, guys.
Not want to share my children with me. He wants to actually, and the lady he's with, they want to X me out of my kid's life altogether. That's what they've been trying to do for the past 5 years. And dealing with him for the last 5 months, or, not the last 5 months, but the affair lasted from January to May. Okay. Dealing with him during that time, and it was of 2025, dealing with him during that time, I thought, if anything, we were building a friendship, and he was finally changing and coming around, and he's going to allow me to get my kids, because you guys, there was no reason for me to even lose my kids. I was not on drugs. I was not abusive. I was not neglectful. He said all of these things in court, by the way, but they were not true. They were not true. There was no findings of any of that being true. So I'm asking anybody out there that can donate to my GoFundMe. I need to get a lawyer. My court date is set for September 30th. I need to get a lawyer within the next couple of weeks, because I have to get a lawyer. And I know my oldest daughter wants to live with me. She's going to be 12 soon. And I want her to be able to go in front of the judge and say where she wants to live, because my babies want to be with their mom. They want to. There's no question about it. They love me. Our bond is so strong. And I feel like children should be able to be where they want to be. They shouldn't be forced to be where they don't want to be. My daughter is going to be 12. My other beautiful daughter is 7. And my son, my baby, he's 10. So they're almost getting to that age, and this is almost over, this nightmare of dealing with this person. And by the way, let me say this. I've beat myself up so much for messing with that man, and I'm disgusted, and I can't believe I even did that with a man who has done so much evil to me. But regardless, that's in the past, and it will never happen again. I know why I did it. I did it so I can get more time with my kids. But anybody out there who can donate to my GoFundMe, I will have it linked in the bio or down below in the comments. Please, I need to retain a lawyer. I need to have a lawyer help me fight for my babies. And I don't even want to take them away from him. I just want equal living. I want my kids equally. I want to be able to make decisions. I want to be involved. I am not allowed to be involved. I'm not allowed to call my kids whenever I want. I'm allowed 3 phone calls a week, and this is how it's been for 5 years. 3 phone calls a week for half an hour. That's if he lets me speak to them. I'm allowed to see them twice a month. That's if he shows up. Like I said, he's been alienating me out of their life, and now that he messed up and cheated on his wife, now I'm even more exiled out of their life. It is so disgusting, so horrible. And if anybody can help, please find it in your heart to help, because I need to fight this fight, and I need to give it a good fight. I need to give it everything I got. So thank you so much for listening to my story. If you guys have any more questions, you can DM me, you can put it in the comments, and I will gladly answer. I love you guys so much, and thank you.
Okay, guys, so give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the GoFundMe if it is there, and let's see what's going on with the GoFundMe. Is the link in here? Okay, the GoFundMe link is here. Okay, guys, I've got it pulled up. Just a second. Let me share this GoFundMe screen with you guys. All right, guys, here is the GoFundMe. Guys, she has raised a whopping 155 big ones. Her goal is 5K and she has 4 donations. Natalie Simmons is organizing this fundraiser. Oh guys, let's listen to this. Let's read this together. Let's read this together, guys. Please help retain a lawyer to fight for equal rights for me and my 3 oldest babies. They were ripped away from my home by my ex-husband, who has tried relentlessly to alienate me from their lives. I am begging for equal rights and justice to a situation that was unfair and uncalled for. I just want to be a mom to my 3 oldest heartbeats. Oh, it sounds so sad. If I didn't know any better, I would probably think that she wasn't lying. But we all know who we're dealing with here. And this is a joke to us. No one cares. We don't care. So guys, Liv is only 4,000. Wait a minute. All right, so she got a couple of donations. She is only, I can't do the math on this, guys. She's about $4,850 short. Let's go there. $845. That's it. She's only $4,855 short for her GoFundMe goal of 5K. If you can find it in your heart to go ahead and donate so she can use the money to buy Snow White. And Perk 30s, hey, do what you have to do, okay? Do what you have to do. Okay, guys? Look, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out and leave a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.